Shila, here we are talking about the Systemic Life series. I'm so glad you've taken it over, though I might do some every now and then.
Yes, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a sort of a co-created process, which it does feel like. The part that was very exciting for me when you first started talking about this was the idea of being in conversation with others, because, as systemic psychotherapists, that's what we're doing all of the time. We're in conversations with each other. So I wonder if you might start off by just saying how you had this idea about the Systemic Lives podcast.
I know why I became a family therapist. I got my training before I was 10 years old at home. But how did other people become systemic therapists? And where did they grow up? What were they born into? What was the journey? So that was what really moved me. And I thought, in this day and age of technological possibilities, we could just ask and see who says yes to tell us some of their life story.
And sort of untold invisible stories, about the people that we've read in books or maybe articles of whose conferences we've kind of gone to. So there were questions like, what did you talk about around the dinner table, when you were growing up? What kind of influence did your mother or your father have? How did that kind of impact on you? Relationships with peers, people who were important to you as you were growing up. Even love relationships. How did those kind of have an impact?
We're trying to do something with people in their own words, with their own stories, while they're alive, rather than others write about them afterwards, which is also very, very interesting. What would be interesting, Shila, is to hear from other people as they start to listen to the podcast.
There could be a community of conversation around these conversations. So it would be great to hear from people what they're thinking about the conversations that we're having, and if they're somehow connecting with these people in a different kind of way as a result of the conversations as well. That would be very interesting.